Yo, what is up and welcome back to the channel. So we've had some interesting updates as far as the WWE2k23 goes. We've seen some entrances from a few different people. They've showed off war games a little bit, and it seems like these early previews are starting to get into the hands of some of these people like IGN and whatnot, and the consensus I've seen so far is basically what I was worried about. The general consensus is, from basically everything I've seen so far, is that 2K23 is unfortunately basically just 2K22 with a few new changes thrown in there, updated roster. There's so much over the years that has been taken out of the game over time. And I feel like there's so many of these game modes specifically that shouldn't be a difficult thing to reintroduce into the game. And we're just not getting that. It seems like to me, most all of the time was spent doing war games, setting up the showcase mode, and updating the roster. And that seems to be about it. So far, the biggest selling point and the thing that they just keep talking about is war games, which is great and all, but like, as I said, we need more. We need more things. I will say, from the entrances, it is very clear that whatever they're doing with the lighting and reflections and shadows has been drastically improved, which 2K22 was already a drastic improvement over the previous games. So they do at least seem to be focusing on that, and let me tell you, just from Cody Rhodes' entrance alone, you can really tell how much better the lighting and reflections have improved since the last game. I mean, just look at that stage. The reflection from the big screen on the stage, it looks fantastic. Cody Rhodes' character model looks absolutely freaking amazing. Now, there's some, so we saw Cody Rhodes there. His entrance looks fucking great. He looks great. Looks amazing. So, I was hoping, okay, well, maybe we're getting some revamps of some of these character models that have been reused for what feels like forever. Like, two of the main offenders for really crappy character models, in my opinion, were Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre. Both of them were like, there's just something off about them, and I don't know what it is. But like you compare the character models in the last game and this game, because they're using the same characters models of the two as the last one. Compare them to some of the mods that you can use in place of them, and you can tell like there's clearly just something not completely right with Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know why they wouldn't fix that. I feel like that was kind of a complaint. And that brings us also, so they showed us Roman Reigns' full entrance. Now, this one's weird to me. You see, you can still, the beautiful lighting and reflections look just amazing. So, we got Roman Reigns doing the double title entrance, but he's holding both belts. Like, he's not, like, I don't know, it just seems weird to me. I don't know if this is like a general or a generic double title entrance, or if this is supposed to be Roman Reigns' specific double title entrance, but I don't know. Probably being nitpicky, right? But I have never in my life seen Roman Reigns hold both belts like that as he makes his way to the ring. There was no pyro. There was, like, I don't know. It seems like either this is a generic entrance or they just didn't try to make Roman's double title entrance worth a damn. It's also been talked about the showcase mode for 2K23 will be featuring John Cena, but this time around, instead of playing as the person 15 freaking times or however many times it is, 15 different matches throughout showcase mode, in this game, you're going to be playing as the people that beat John Cena. Apparently all of the matches in showcase mode are matches that John Cena lost and you're playing as the opponent who beat John Cena, which is an interesting idea. I mean, I'm down. I'm not big on showcase mode. It's not really my jam, but I will say they've continued what they did with the Rey Mysterio one, where they come back and forth between like actual real game and actual real life, and it fades in between the two, and I absolutely love that. It looks so freaking sick. So GM mode has been expanded upon, and GM mode, it's one of those features that everybody has asked back in the game for so long, and they really dropped the ball on it on 2K22. Well, in 2K23, they've talked about there's gonna be more GMs to choose from. There's gonna be multiple seasons, extended match cards, more match types for up to 4 people, and additional show ups. You know, I don't know. I think for me, in order for GM mode to be something viable, it would have to be expanded upon pretty greatly. Like, it was missing, like, you couldn't use all of the titles. They did say expanded match cards, but what does that mean? I think there was, like, a normal show was like 4 matches or something like that. So, like, hopefully a lot more than just a handful of matches would be great. And of course, My Rise is returning. My Rise has always been kind of neat. It's always like kind of cheesy and all of that, but it's fun. They've apparently, I don't know about the last game, but this one apparently has a men's and women's specific, like distinct storylines. So that'll be cool to see. All right, as far as the creation suite in WWE2k23, there's still a lot missing that I would love to see from the past games, like create a story and whatnot. But it does look like that they are reintroducing advanced customization for entrances, and I am so freaking excited for that. Apparently, if I remember correctly, in 2K22 they ended up removing them in development because they were causing game crashes, and I guess they didn't know what to do about it, so they just axed the whole thing entirely, which is really unfortunate. The advanced entrance customization was like just a big deal, and not having that in the last game really sucked. So good to see that they're bringing that back. And then we got My Faction mode. I hate My Faction mode. I'm gonna be real. I knew once they added that in that was going to be a primary focus for them, because that is where all the money is going to be generated. Don't care for My Faction mode. I don't play it. I don't like it. My Faction mode is now going to have online multiplayer, which maybe that might make it more fun. I don't know. I don't like the idea of the cards and buying cards and spending money on cards. It's not for me. It's not my jam. But if it is your jam, then there you go. And last but not least, we've got the updates to Universe Mode. Universe Mode has been, unfortunately, it has been the neglected game mode of the series for, I feel like, a long time now. And it's starting to look like 2K23 is not going to be an exception to that. For those of you unaware, I run a weekly Twitch roster on WWE2k22 every week in Universe Mode, and the amount of issues and bugs and things that break and don't work, and it's just staggering the amount of problems that I have had in the past year of doing 2K22. Hopefully that gets addressed in 2K23, because it is very, very problematic. They've stated that they've done a reworked story system for 2K23. I don't know what that means exactly. Now, I know that in 2K22, they had a mode, you had regular Universe Mode, and then you also had Universe Mode where you could focus on like one character. I'm assuming this has to do with that, but I could be mistaken. Also, I did read something that was pretty freaking exciting, and that was you apparently have the ability to pick actions and cutscenes that you want to happen before and after matches in Universe Mode now. kind of given like the create a story stuff. Maybe, hopefully, would really love to see that be the case. I don't know how in depth all of that will be, but man, that is what we've desperately needed. And as of right now, this is what we're looking like for the roster so far. I imagine more will be shown, but it was exciting to see Braun Breaker on there. They've showed like a very short clip of Braun Breaker, which is pretty exciting. I mean, of course he was going to be in the game. It's not really a surprise, but you know. I'm glad we finally got an updated John Cena. I don't know about you guys, but I've been so freaking sick of the green gear John Cena that I feel like I've seen forever. So I'm so glad we got a new John Cena. In fact, we got 4 John Cenas in this game, so that's gonna be a whole thing. But yeah, as you can see, the roster is pretty much what you would expect. There's not really any surprises in there yet. I'm sure we'll have some more legends and stuff like that added over time. But basically, the roster right now is pretty much everything you would expect. I do know, like, there's 2 Batistas. This Batista, this Lesnar, this John Cena, and this Randy Orton are all part of the $120 edition of the game. And then Bad Bunny is a pre-order exclusive. But anyways, what are your guys' thoughts? Is it looking to be just a minor improvement over 2K22, or is it looking to be something more? Let me know in the comments section below. But anyways, if you guys have not subscribed yet, you should definitely do so. And thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.